So you don't have time to write. Have you ever noticed that people rarely say, I don't have time to watch television, or I don't have time to scroll social media, or I don't have time to check my emails? Actually, that last one, I think that does happen. Anyway, usually what we mean when we say we don't have time is I haven't found a way to prioritize this consistently. Now, before you throw something at the screen, hear me out. There are absolutely seasons of life where time is genuinely scarce. Young children, caring responsibilities when older parents, shift work, illness, when you are working multiple jobs. Those realities not only take up time, but they also suck your energy. And if you genuinely can't, then you can't, and that's okay. However, I do think many people imagine writing a book requires huge, uninterrupted blocks of time, a whole day, a whole weekend, a writing retreat. Now, as an aside, while those things can be nice, you also need to remember that it's really hard to sustain your creativity for massive blocks of time. I know this because I've tried and I've ended up staring at the screen or something else mindless for longer than is productive. Anyway, because most of us don't have huge chunks of time available or the financial luxury of calling ourselves a full-time writer, we conclude that we don't have time to write at all. In the previous video, I talked about motivation being unreliable, and time works in a really similar way. Most people don't suddenly find more time. They make decisions about where their available time goes. Often the biggest breakthrough comes when writers stop asking, when will I have enough time to write a book? And start asking, what kind of writing could fit into the life I have right now? They're very different questions. There's an exercise I'd like you to try, as always. For 1 week, keep a simple time audit in a notebook or a journal or on a whiteboard or whatever. This is not of your whole day, just of the small pockets of discretionary time. It could be the 15 minutes before bed, or 20 minutes scrolling while you're waiting for an appointment, or half an hour after dinner or before dinner while you're waiting for something to cook, the Saturday morning coffee. Right, at the end of the week, whatever you've written, highlight every pocket of time that could realistically be used for some form of writing, and then answer this question: what writing task could fit into these spaces? Now, maybe you can't draft a whole chapter in that time, but perhaps you can collect memoir memories, or sketch out a scene, or brainstorm some ideas, or revise 2 pages, or just write for 15 minutes. The goal isn't to magically create more hours, it's to stop treating writing as something that only counts when perfect conditions exist. So if you're waiting for life to suddenly become less busy before you start writing, if your excuse is, oh, yes, yep, I'm not doing it now, but I'm waiting until next week when I've got more time, you're probably going to end up waiting a lot longer than you anticipate.